Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all having an excellent day today, and I truly mean that. You know, just win after win after win after win. Unless, of course, we're on opposite teams, and if that's the case, I hope you've been getting your ass kicked. But, besides that, what do I have for you today? I got the M901 Improved Tow Vehicle. Okay? And I want to point something out right here in the beginning. Notice the clock up here, 7 days, 19 hours, 4 minutes. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this video. You may see the hanger later on, or you may not. But the reason I'm pointing this out is I actually recorded an intro for this in the beginning of the day. It's now night here. Okay, so I'm redoing the intro. And the reason for that is not because I made a mistake in it, but because my opinion of this vehicle has drastically changed during the day. In the first intro, all I could do was talk it up, talk about how badass it was. I was talking about, you know, how people are calling this thing Wall-E, but yes, it looks like Wall-E, but the personality is totally different because if I remember correctly, Wall-E was a cute little robot who was whipped for this chick that was out of his league and she didn't want anything to do with him, so he decided to be the hero and he was going to save the day and save humanity, and he was like a kind of almost an environmentalist because he was worried about this plant and stuff, you know what I mean? I might be going a little far with it here, but you know what I'm saying, right? And personality wise, this thing was just the complete opposite, you know what I mean? It didn't care about saving humanity. It wanted to destroy humanity. It wanted to create carnage and send assholes and elbows aflame flying in different directions. And then feast on your soul, you know what I mean? And in reality, this thing doesn't want to do any of that. All this thing wants to do is sit there and hope that you drive by, and maybe then it'll kill you, okay? And the reason for that is simple. There's one major problem with this vehicle, and it's the launcher mechanism, all right? Every time you move, the launcher rotates around 180 degrees and then folds down, retracts down to here. So your launcher is now facing backwards and it's retracted. All right. So now you're driving along, right? You see an enemy. You stop. Now you have to wait for it to redeploy up and then spin around. And now you get to fire your slow moving missile, 250 meters a second, at the enemy who's already fired his gun at you that travels about 4 times faster. That's on the low end. So you can see how doing anything but ambush tactics with this is not going to get you very far. All right. And the funny thing is, the reason why I was talking it up so much in the beginning is I played a couple battles with it when it was still completely stock. And my first battle out, I got 5 kills from Finland sitting up on that ridge above A. And I thought, man, this thing is awesome. You know what I mean? I just didn't have enough seat time in it. Now, that's not to say that I completely hate this thing either. I just want to say my opinion has changed. And if you watch the video, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It's not that it's a bad vehicle. It's just that the tactics needed for this vehicle to succeed are slightly different than my playstyle. So if your playstyle fits this, you may love this thing. So don't just automatically assume, he said it sucks, I'm not going to watch the video, there's no point. And I'm not just saying that to get a watch, although I do kind of want to watch, guys. Help me out a little bit. I'm new here. And since I'm recording this at the end, I can tell you right now, I'm going to show you a RB battle first, and then I think I'm going to include maybe 1 or 2 AB battles just to illustrate the difference in the way this thing can be utilized in each battle. And I'll get into that more in the video. So I'm going to jump right into it here, and let's go see what this thing's all about, guys. All right, Sands of Sinai. Come on, you slow bastard. You see how that turret swings around like that? That drives me nuts, man. When you're aiming and you want to just move forward like 10 feet, you can't. Drives me nuts when you're on your last missile for that load, like your second missile out of that 2 missile load. You fire it, it's a miss. Turret swings all around. You got to pull yourself back out of gunner view if you want to try to maintain any visual on your target. I don't know. Things like that definitely annoy me about this thing, but I mean, it is what it is. It has its ups and downs like anything else. Basically, you just got to get yourself into a good ambush position and just sit there for the game, which, I'll be honest with you, that is not my play style, and it's really hard for me to do that sometimes, but I'm gonna give it a shot here just so I can, I want to make a good video with this thing because it is a good vehicle. You can do really well with it. It's just it's a passive vehicle, you know what I mean? I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys, what I'm trying to tell you is I might have upsold it a little bit in the intro. All right, not a whole lot, but a little bit. Probably push up to this one and just kind of chill. Is that? No, that's just a tower. Alright, there is somebody up there. Dude, come on, don't be bagging me with the helicopter already. Hopefully that 54 is going to kind of watch my right flank for me. Boss. Nice! Nice. Good kill. I can't tell. That's gotta be dead, right? It just doesn't look Russian to me, like the rest of them. Or American, or whatever. No, they're Russian, T-54s. Looks like a Centurion. Pushing up a little. Maybe I can get up here in this pocket. See, I hate that. I always go to gunner view. Nobody down in here? There's somebody. Nice. See? Now I lose my... Come on, come on, come on, dude. Ah, it's because I'm broke. Nice. Okay, got him. Man, we're down to, what are we down to? 6? Is that our helo? Yes, thank God. Right? Frickin' daydreaming. Got a heavy out there somewhere. Should be right about where I'm looking. The problem is, with this thing is I really don't want to push forward because I'm gonna get caught. Shit. You gotta be kidding me, man. I got a laptop, guys. Yeah, you guessed it. I just hit it with my palm. What a dumbass. Anyways, what was I saying before I just did something really stupid? I don't want to start driving forward and then get caught in someone else's sights while I have to stop and wait for my launcher to spin around and get in the correct position. But at the same point, it also doesn't really seem like anybody's pushing up, so maybe we're just going to try to pop down here just a little bit. Really thought I seen something there, but obviously not, or these guys wouldn't be out in the open. Kind of pushed right across this map pretty quick, they did. Didn't really give us a good whole lot of opportunities to shoot. Whoa. I'm gonna kind of stick with him for a second, just because if we roll up on anybody, he can fire at them. These guys, they're already shooting people in spawn. I think there might be some people left up here in the hills, but there's an SPA over here. I can't even get up this damn hill. I'm not spaded yet. Oh. What is he shooting at? Oh, damn. That tank right there. Is he dead? Oh my god, this is exactly what I was worried about. He's dead, thank god. Getting a little, Alright guys, this is going to be my last battle with this thing, because I need to preserve some sanity. Me and this thing do not get along, and it's all because of the launcher. See it just swiveling around, doing its own thing whenever the hell it wants. I can't deal with it anymore. There's been like 3 or 4 times in the past couple hours here where I try to pull forward out of cover or something to get a shot at somebody, and just about when I'm about ready to pull the trigger, I cross the threshold of too fast and the launcher spins sideways. It drives me nuts. I can't handle it anymore. I'm not an ambush player. Maybe you are. Maybe you can sit still longer than me. I can't. If you can, maybe you'll love this thing. I do think it has some great attributes, like I covered in the intro: the ability to fire over top of cover, the ability to fire down, 30-degree depression, things like that. But the swiveling launcher negates all of it for me. It drives me nuts. I can't say it too many times. Maybe you'll love it. That's all I'll say. I'll give you one more battle here, show you a little bit more, and then you guys can decide. Put it all together with everything else you've seen, and you tell me what you think of it. And I'm double tapping people too, because there's been numerous times where I've fired one and been hammered, and I've had enough of that. All I want to do is kill people and get to the end of this battle. That's it. This thing has me, I am a little frustrated with it, I'm not gonna lie to you. there's moments where I love it, but then there's moments where I don't even want to play it anymore because of that swivel and launcher. It drives me nuts. And I really wish I had an MG, because right now I'd fire down through there, clear some of that brush out, and then I could fire a missile. But you can't, because you can't trust it. Oh, son of a gun. That's not what I wanted to say either. You guys know that. But I gotta wait for it to deploy. Hope he doesn't see me. And it does that thing right there. Did you see that? Where it like kicks to the side? I don't know why it does that either. It's got some quirks. And they will drive you nuts. Right there. Why did that kick to the side? There was no reason for that. I gotta go back down here to A and reload. Just, there's things like that, I'm telling you, it'll get to you after a while. But, like I said, if you were just sitting still, if I didn't move this whole game and just sat on the other end like we see people do, you know who I'm talking about, guys. People like that might love it. If you have patience with it, you might love it. I just want to push and fire. That's it. I don't want to have to worry about which way is my gun facing. If I'm looking forward, I know my gun is facing forward. You know what I mean? There's things like that. Oh, don't even tell me. This thing isn't going to let me reload, is it? You can't even reload. Great. Well, I think this is probably where I'm going to end this video then. On that note right there. Yeah. I'll probably end here. I'll go over a couple more things in the hangar and we'll call it a day with this baby. Because I'm at my wit's end with it. Okay, so after all that, the good, the bad, the ugly, what's the verdict on the M901? Well, the good is what I mentioned in the beginning. You can shoot over obstacles. Great depression. You know, when you do connect, usually you do some damage. The bad. Okay? The bad and the ugly. We'll cover right now. The swiveling launcher. The fact that when you move, you have to stop for a good 10 seconds before you can fire. That's a big problem with this thing. Big problem with this thing. That means all you can do with it is ambush, really. You can't really do anything else with it. You have to just sit still and wait. Now, the fact that it doesn't have any armor and all that, that kind of means that that's what you're going to do with it anyways. But the thing is, it takes away your ability to do anything else. You don't even have the option. You know what I mean? You just have to sit and wait. And that gets old quick for me. You, on the other hand, if you're the type of person that enjoys that type of gameplay, this may be the perfect vehicle for you. Also, to take into consideration, RB. I would be much more likely to buy this thing if I was an RB player than I would if I was an AB player. Because in RB, you have a much better chance of stopping, deploying the launcher, all of that without being seen. In AB, people spot you immediately. You know what I mean? AB, it's even a pain in the ass to try to sneak up over the hill, spy over top of the hill, and shoot. Because everyone just shoots your launcher. So, if I was an RB player, would I spend $31 on this? Because that's about what it costs in Golden Eagles. I wouldn't, because I'm an aggressive player. But if you're not, if you like ambush tactics, then yeah, I would spend the $31 on it. It's probably worth it to you. If you're an aggressive player, I wouldn't. In AB, I don't even know if I would spend the $31 on it if you enjoy ambush. That's something you're going to have to decide on your own. Me, personally, if I wasn't making videos and stuff like that, I would have buyer's remorse. But, you know, since I'm collecting vehicles, I have it. It's kind of, it is what it is now, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with this thing. It is good at what it does when it comes to ambushing. If no one spots you, if they spot you, your missiles are kind of slow. I mean, relatively, I'm saying. I know in the game they're quick for most of the other vehicles we have, but compared to the guns that are shooting back at you, and that launcher makes a big target, man. So this is all stuff you're going to have to think about if you want to spend the $31 on this thing or not. Now, if I spent some more time with this thing, maybe spaded it, got a little more used to it, got used to exactly when the cutoff point is of when it starts to swivel or not, if I'm trying to kind of creep forward, you know, to get a shot on somebody, things like that, maybe I would like it a little bit more, but these issues are still going to be there, you know. So take all this into consideration before you spend the money. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you come back and watch more. Thank you.